What's up guys, it's your boy, still needs an intro, and today I'm going to show you how to change your parking brake shoes. Now, how do you know when you need to change your parking brake shoes? Well, let me show you really quick. Now, the car is in neutral right now. I'm going to engage the parking brake. Ready? Now, we're going to let off the brake. So I'd say it's time to get a new one. Next thing that's coming off is the rear brake caliper. We're just going to go ahead and take off the caliper and the bracket all at once. So if we come behind here, see we have two bolts, one right down there and one right up here. These are both going to be 18mm bolts, and whenever you loosen those, this will all come off in one piece. Lastly, before we take off the rotor, we need to release the emergency brake so that we can spin it freely. It should come off relatively easy, but if you go back and watch the brake rotor video, it was a little bit of a chore, to say the least. And you can see these are well past their wear date, so these are all kinds of chewed up and they're super brittle too. But first thing, we have this little clip here. I did a pretty bad job of explaining this, so here's two perspectives: side view, top view. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to press this side down so it bends like this in order for you to slide it over so that the keeper pin, which is originally here, slides over this way and moves over here. After that, everything should just fall apart. So with all the pulling around and stuff, the adjustment screw came out. Now the spring that holds this side together just came undone. And there's the other one. So now this top one is out of place. Look at that. So we have this spring here that was holding onto it. So now we just have this bottom keeper that I'm still tussling with, which I'm pretty sure it's the only thing holding it in place at the moment, because we can just take that straight out like so. So now we have that one undone. One thing to try and do while you're working on anything drum brake related is you want to try and keep your parts all in the same position, roughly, so that you know how it goes back together. So that's what we got so far. All right, cool. So we got this one, take that out, set it over here, the others. This comes right out of there. Quick intermission. All products that I used will be linked down in the description below, including the parking brake shoes and the hardware kit. Because I've done it before, been mid-brake job, and I snap one of those teeny tiny little springs that's all rusted up and weathered because of however many hundreds of thousands of miles that are on it. Plus, if you use my links, you help support the channel. Continue. Here we have good old Brake Best Select. If I can flip this over. So those are my new brake shoes. And the wonderful thing about Dodge being cheap is all of these are literally exactly the same. They're all the same. I mean, it's all the same brake shoe. So all you do is just flip them over. So now let's bring the old brake shoes over. And just like that. So here, again, you can see how it's supposed to be set up. and how we're gonna put it back together. And there are the new ones. This has significantly more meat on its bones than the previous ones. So, here comes the fun part of trying to put it all back together. All right, I didn't show everything getting put back together, but the dual spring goes on the front side towards the front of the car. And what I did was I put the adjustment screw in first, and then I put this spring in behind it, and then the tabs are just the tabs. What are you doing, guy? What are you doing?
I'm trying to help.
You're not. You're turning it. Why are you turning it? Okay. Yeah, first try. Cool. All right. It's almost 10 o'clock in the evening because other things kept fighting me outside of the parking brake shoe. So I will give my final thoughts tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, I'm gonna jack the car up really quick, take out the jack stands, and lower it back on the ground. Now doing these is kind of like working on drum brakes, if you've ever worked on drum brakes before. And if you haven't worked on drum brakes before, then tough. No, but in all seriousness, it's just like doing anything else mechanical to your car. As long as you pay attention to how you take it off, you can put it back together. And of all the drum brake jobs that I've done, this is by far the easiest. Once again, all the products that I use will be linked down in the description below. Plus, if you use my links to purchase said products, it helps support the channel. Now, if you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, please be sure to drop a like, share it with your friends. If you'd consider subscribing, click over here. If you want to see what YouTube recommends you watch next, click over here. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys next time.